Welcome to School of Thumb, the series that gets plant experts to solve your common garden guesswork. We're pruning back gardening to its core and getting you the answers to the questions you've been asking across Australia. This episode, we have 3 plant experts from Victoria who are blooming with botanical knowledge. Jack, the flowering fanatic. Steve, the indoor plant professional. And Michael, the green space specialist. This episode is sure to be a juicy one. It's about citrus. More to the point, how to get the best fruit and how to protect them from all manner of pests. Okay, experts, we're about to visit Liam. He's got a nice little urban garden with lots of edibles in it. His favourite is the lemon tree. You want to have a look?
Let's roll.
Liam, this is not a big backyard, but you have got a lot going on out here.
Yeah, we're trying to use as much of the space as we can, trying to grow as much edible food as possible.
It's got a lot going on in that small backyard. It's great.
What is your favourite bit?
By far and away, it's our neighbour's lemon tree. Just enough of it overhangs so we can get lemons all year round.
How excellent that your favourite bit of your own garden is your neighbour's garden. I love it. And is it usually a bountiful harvest?
Yeah, usually we have a lot more lemons than we currently do. We've got a single one at the moment.
What has been happening to this poor tree?
We had a little bit of a possum issue this year.
So as soon as something fruits,
Yeah, they get to it before I can.
they tie their little neckerchiefs around and they... Yep, okay. So you're sharing your bounty with a little family of possums. What have you tried to keep them off?
So we've tried a few things. We've netted most things.
Wow, so he's tried netting. Yeah.
We've tried hanging dog hair in the tree, which is a weird tip that I got from Google. Didn't work.
Right, great. Hot tip, don't do the dog hair. So, what's your question then for our experts?
So we'd love to know if there's something we need to do with our lemon tree, whether or not we need to fertilise it. We just really want to get like big, juicy, plump lemons, have them stay on the tree long enough so I can pick them.
All right, experts, we need a possum-friendly plan for Liam's citrus. So, what are your top tips for citrus success, and also how can we help Liam with those pesky possums?
Well, Liam's doing so many things that are amazing. My best advice for juicy lemons would be to continue to feed them regularly.
I recommend over January, Feb is the best time to apply some form of poultry manure on the ground.
And sometimes citrus, they do benefit from some of that slow release fertiliser at other times of the year too, just so they can really kind of put on that early growth as well as that chook manure.
Lemon trees like roses, do you prune them brutally, or is there a trick to pruning these branches off over the fence?
It's best to do it after the fruiting, so around autumn is probably a better time. Prune sparingly.
Yep. So Liam said that he Googled ways to get rid of the possums. They really are persistent. Have any of you tried any possum detractor solutions that have worked?
Something that's easy to get in contact with is wormwood, the plant, just by boiling the leaves of the wormwood.
Boil wormwood leaves?
Yeah, you just put into a pump spray and you just treat the tree.
So they just don't like the smell?
The smell, yeah, they're put off by the smell, the scent.
All right, I think having good citrus is a little about knowing how to prune. So can we go to the workbench and you show me how to lop off a limb?
Let's go.
All right. So what you've got is a kind of reasonably new plant here.
Yep, this is a 2 years old, say. When it's at this age, you're kind of just letting it grow, seeing what's going to work and getting its shape, keeping an eye on it, and then when it starts to get a few more limbs, then you can start picking and choosing what sort of ones you want to keep.
Like our friend over here that's really, really bushy.
Which, after harvest, I would be trimming this down, reducing the internal growth. Anything that's sort of looking unhappy, I'd be just trimming it back, cleaning it up from the bottom as well, just keeping the bottom
like
portion
some of those lower limbs
just coming
can
up
come
a little
off.
bit.
Yeah.
But you kind of want to have an overall shape that looks like an upside down pear.
And then, of course, fertilising. Tell me, what do I put on and when?
So a deep fertilise in January, Feb, in the early parts of the year, then that's usually your chicken manures. And
okay, yep.
You can basically give it a liquid fertiliser all through the growing months, once a month. And you might notice that some of these foliage, I've left them on, they're gone a bit yellow, and that's just the fruit's coming out, so that's taking the nitrogen out of the plant, and that's when you add your liquid fertiliser in.
Takes a lot of energy to grow fruit. I can imagine I'd be exhausted if I'd just grown that many lemons. For our next lesson at School of Thumb, we meet Steph. She's a keen cook and would like to up the herb harvest from her front yard. In the meantime, if you'd like more inspiration, don't forget to visit us on our socials and keep an eye out on your local nursery. There could be a School of Thumb forum on your doorstep. Till next time, happy growing, Australia.